The butternut has got a beautiful colour on it, and just before I take it off, I'm going to add a tiny bit of curry powder to that. I'm using curry powder as a seasoning here. We're not really looking for it to get a curried flavour, but I want the sort of spicy undertones just to mix with the dish. So give that a good mix round, and we'll bung that into a bowl there. Right, now aubergines will soak up a lot of olive oil, so you can be quite generous, because the olive oil will add moisture to the dish, which is a good thing. Right, let's bung that in the oven.
Is that a technical phrase, bung something in the oven?
Bung it in the oven, yeah. It's a phrase I use all the time. Right, OK, aubergines into our pan there.
Is this from anywhere, Paul, or is this just another one of these things that
No, do you know, the truth about food like this is that my mum learned how to cook in East Africa, in Zanzibar. And so as a result, as kids, we were served, you know, aubergines, couscous. I was embarrassed to take my friends home in the 1970s because who'd heard of couscous? But now, of course, she's, you know, some sort of culinary dom in Surrey, you know, they love her. So I'm just adding a little bit more olive oil to that to give it a really good colour. So the next thing I'm going to do is add some mushrooms to this pan so that they cook at the same pace as the aubergines. So we'll just put those in, throw them about a bit, and just leave those to colour up along with the aubergines. Right, next thing in is some chickpeas. Now, really, truthfully, I would probably use fresh chickpeas and cook them for a couple of hours over a low heat and some salted water. However, if I was at home, I'd use these, just tinned chickpeas, because they work almost as well. Throw those in, and a little bit of garlic. There we go. Put that in the end so it doesn't burn. Just want to move the garlic throughout. There we are. I'm going to put in a little bit more curry powder just to re-season it. And then back in with the butternut. There we are. Give that a final throw around. And then all we've got to do is plate this up. So we've got our lamb here, which should be cooked nicely. How do you like your lamb?
I'd like it just pinkish in the middle, please.
Oh, thank God for that. Right.
Listen, I'm the customer here, so...
There we go. Right, put a ring on the plate like that. We're just going to take some of this mix into the ring. Do you want to cut that lamb in half, Matthew? That would be very, very helpful.
With the greatest of pleasure. OK.
Ring off there. Is it looking like gastropub fare?
It looks absolutely very fancy gastropub fare, I must say.
Looks all right, doesn't it?
Well, a very fancy gastropub.
A little bit of jus all the way around. This is just a reduced lamb stock. You can go to a butcher, buy a really good lamb stock, and it'll do the job. There you go, roasted rump of lamb, spiced butternut, chickpea and aubergine with the lamb jus.
Thank you very much.
To make Paul's new gastropub dish, you'll need to buy a rump of lamb and lamb stock from the butcher's. You'll also need thyme, butternut, squash, mushrooms, aubergine and garlic from the greengrocer. And make sure you have a tin of chickpeas and some curry powder in the store cupboard.